Hey everybody, welcome back to the Dabs channel. Thank you so much for coming back. I am your host Amelia Perez. So glad to see all of you guys back in the channel. Hopefully life is going well for you guys. For me, I've just been a little bit busy. Working on my business and working out. Trying to stay in the gym, trying to stay healthy. I'm getting older, so I want to make sure that I have a good routine in place, as I'm reaching my 40s, believe it or not. But hopefully you guys have been good. Life has been great for me, so I can't really complain. But it's my favorite time of the year, which is playoff basketball. So that's what I wanted to talk about today. That's why I wanted to talk to you guys today. It's a great time, right? For those of us who are basketball fans, it's a great time right now. It's the semifinals, and teams are either halfway in their series, right? Trying to finish out and get to the conference finals. So, of course, this is a Laker love all day, right? So today is a huge, huge game. Today we have the opportunity to knock out the defending champs, the Warriors, right? Who is the last dynasty that we've had here in the NBA. You know what I mean? The Warriors are a dynasty team. So one of the greatest teams in the NBA history will show. So right now, Lakers are leading 3-1, right? So today, game time is 7 o'clock tip off. For all of us out here in LA, make sure you go out there, you support your Lakers, because today could be the day, right? And then boom, we're back to the conference championship, which I think we're going to face, I'm pretty sure, the Denver Nuggets. Denver is about to send Phoenix bye-bye. I think they're up 3-1. If it's not 3-2, I forgot. The game was last night, and the Nuggets just annihilated the Suns. So it's looking like hopefully Lakers Nuggets for the Western Conference Finals. On the Eastern side, you got Philadelphia beating on the Celtics right now. And then the Knicks and I don't know if it's the Heat. I'm not really an East Coast person, but I think it's the Knicks and the Heat. And and the Heat is just, the Heat are going to take it because the Knicks are the Knicks, The Knicks are the Knicks and the Clippers are the Clippers, right? Clippers lost last round. Clippers haven't been to the conference championship but one time, and I want to say that was maybe 2017, 2018. But this year they had a bad year with injuries, and then they totally just, discombobulated and just melted at the pressure, I'll say. Very disappointing year for the Clippers, for sure. The Knicks are about to have the same kind of thing happen to them because other than Jalen Brunson, there's nobody else showing up for the Knicks. Julius Randle, I don't know what the heck you're doing. You're good all year. You step up all year, and then during the playoffs, you can't make free throws. You can't be clutch for your team. It's a sad state of affairs. Same thing for the Suns. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're getting annihilated by Joker, by Murray, by just the whole team. They want it more. The Nuggets want it more, and they seem to know what they need to do to break the game open when the Suns come close. Because the Suns have been close. Devin Booker has been having an amazing playoff series. Devin Booker is the real deal, man. That kid's jump shot, he can get it anywhere on the floor. His perimeter, or his mid-range game. I'm not going to say perimeter because it's right inside the three-point line. But between the inside block, and the three-point line, my man can get it anywhere he wants to get it, and he has been. So shout out to Devin Booker for, Shaq had to apologize a couple days ago because he said that Booker wasn't showing up. But Booker is showing up. He needs some help, though, right? He needs some help from Chris Paul. Ayton has been getting eaten alive by the Joker. Joker's just fucking him up all over in the paint, rebounds, presence. He's just stronger. He has more moves. He has more confidence. He's just dominant. Joker's dominant. You know what I mean? And he's really frustrating Ayton. So these guys, Chris Paul needs some help if the Suns are going to make it a better series. But I think it's done. I think that last night's game in Phoenix, Denver just took their hearts out. We'll see. They have another game tomorrow. I believe it's the closeout game because it's 3-2, I want to say. So they're going to close out either way, right? But let's talk about the Lake Show, right? What's been going on with the Lakers versus the Warriors? So game 5 is today. Game 1 was in Golden State. And in game 1, the Lakers showed up. They won 107-112. So it was a really hot contested game. and the Lakers stole it. Davis was the star, and even with Golden State killing it on 3-pointers, the Lakers really showed that their strategy of winning inside and winning the defensive battle inside is gonna make them be able to beat the Warriors in a 7-game series. That's what I saw in that game. I don't know if you agree with me. For those of you guys that watched the game, what did you think about Game 1? Right, and I know we're in Game 5, but if you could think up to Game 1, did that let you know that the Lakers really had the opportunity and the ability to outmatch and outscore the Warriors, even with the Warriors scoring massive amount of 3-pointers? It was crazy to see that. The Warriors would shoot 3s, and the Lakers would just shoot 2s. And eventually what started happening is you live by the 3, you die by the 3, right? If your team is not making the 3s, then, and the other team is very good in transition offense, you're just giving them easy opportunities in transition because, obviously 3s are long rebounds. And the Lakers they just took it. They took it and they ran with it. So they stole Game 1. Very similar to when, I don't know if it was 2000, but when Allen Iverson came into Staples Center and the Sixers won Game 1 in that series versus the Sixers, it was kind of like that. No one expected the Sixers to come out here and do anything. It was a Shaq and Kobe show back then. And Allen Iverson came in, stepped over Tyronn Lue, and pretty much elevated the 76ers to win their first and only game of that series. Best believe, Lakers came back and dominated, but that's what woke them up, right? Game 2, back in Golden State, and Golden State came back like the monsters that they are, right? They won by 27 points, 127 versus 100, and they showed their dominance, and they showed the adjustments that they were able to make. Really good shout out to the Golden State coaches and the players who made very good adjustments to the Lakers' interior offense, right? Curry was vintage Curry. He had the ball in his hand most of the time, and he just played with the Laker guards. He dribbled in, dribbled out, created that space, hit the dimes. I mean, he really did a great job of involving his teammates and setting the pace and the tone. And he just had Dennis Schroeder chasing him around. In Game 1, between Schroeder and Vanderbilt, they stopped Curry. They bodied him up. They didn't let him get comfortable in the key. And it was really important to the Lakers' success. Game 2, Curry wasn't going to let that happen. So he had the ball in his hand most of the time. And when he didn't, he was cutting, getting to the corner, and getting those 3s up. So he had a great game. And they were at home. I didn't think that Golden State was going to lose 2 games at home. No way. They're too strong of a home team, and they have a lot of pride. They are defending champions, too, so they're not going to allow the Lakers to come in and steal 2 games from them. I also felt that the Lakers kind of took their foot off the gas on this game. I don't know if they were tired. I don't know if they couldn't match the Warriors' energy. That's what it looked like on the court out there. But nonetheless, they got their butt kicked by 27 points. It's Game 3, right? At the Lakers. Now, Golden State's not a good road team. Everybody who's been watching the NBA knows this. It's crazy how good of a home team they are and how bad of a road team they are. And this showed itself in Game 3. The Lakers won 127-97. Another 30-point swing. Interestingly, in this game, the Lakers bench outscored the Golden State bench, number 1. Number 2, LeBron didn't attempt a shot in the first quarter. He was a facilitator. And the Lakers just fed Anthony Davis in that whole first quarter. And Davis responded. In that game, the second and the fourth quarter were the key quarters. The Lakers did an excellent job of owning those quarters, right? The second part of the half, right? The second and the fourth quarter. For me, the third quarter is the most important as far as coming out and setting that tone. But at the end of the day, if you have a sloppy third quarter, but you come out dominating the fourth, I mean, that's all you really need. So the second and the fourth quarters is when the Lakers outscored the Golden State by at least 11 points. At least. I believe the second quarter, they outscored them by 18. It was 18-36 in favor of the Lakers. Curry had 23 points, did what he could, right? But he had no help that game. I don't know where Poole is. I don't know where Klay Thompson is. I don't know where Draymond is. But they definitely didn't show up in Game 3. Davis, 25 points, but 70% from the field goal range. So efficient. 25 points, but very efficient. And the defense, let me stop real quick and talk about Anthony Davis's defense. I mean, the blocks, he's averaging, I want to say like 2 point something blocks per game. He is killing it. He is not allowing anybody from Golden State to get comfortable in the key. And granted, Steph was phenomenal on game 2, but even then he got blocked and he still got bumped and he still got pushed by Anthony Davis. But he was just on game 2. Game 3 wasn't the case. Lakers outshot Golden State in 3-pointers. Think about that. That's the kind of off game that Golden State was having. Golden State shot 29.5% in threes versus the Lakers 48%. That's a recipe for win. Golden State's not going to win. Their only shot of winning this series is if they outscore the Lakers in 3-point and out-rebound them and clean up the turnovers, because the turnovers have been pretty bad for the Golden State Warriors. And that brings me to game 4, which was the day before yesterday, Monday. 104-101, Lakers win. Now, even though I'm a Lakers fan, I'm a sports fan, right? And I will tell you that Golden State should have won that game. Everything in that game said Golden State should have won. But the reason they didn't win is home court advantage, baby. This is where home court comes into play. This is where the crowd comes into play. And we all know that when you're at home, you tend to get a little bit more calls. It is what it is. The crowd was the sixth man for the Lakers. It really elevated them and helped them get to that next level of energy that they needed. Because, having a game every other day, even though they're professionals, I'm pretty sure their bodies hurt. Anybody that's over 30, over 32, especially in the NBA, when you're playing every other game, I would imagine that it does create some soreness. Now, Spiro Ditas, which is the commentator on TNT, made a good point, and he said that for those players that are over 30, it's kind of better that they're playing every other game and not resting in between. Because what happens when you rest in between, right? You get stiff, the soreness starts to set in, right? And the fatigue really starts to set in. So every other day is not as bad as back-to-backs, but it's not as bad as having the rest in between. Because I think as you get older, that rest in between hurts you rather than helps you. So I guess it depends, like, your perspective and what you're looking for. But the point is that even though the Lakers looked a little tired, and even though, it was back and forth, they showed a lot of grit and they showed a lot of heart. And that's something that was missing in the beginning of the season for the Lakers. And of course, you can't talk about game 4 without talking about Lonnie Walker. Where did Lonnie Walker come from? First of all, he's been there. All right. For those of us diehard Laker fans, Lonnie Walker was a starter at the beginning of the year. Right. But then again, in the beginning of the year, you didn't think the Lakers were going to be in the playoffs. You thought I didn't think they were going to be in the playoffs. And as soon as they made their trades where they got rid of Westbrook and they brought in Hachimura and all of that, my man Lonnie Walker went to the bench. And the rest of the season, it's been letting Dennis Schroeder letting Austin Reeves and letting Hachimura and letting all these guys get acclimated with LeBron and get acclimated with Davis, which is key for the team's success. And shout out to Lonnie Walker for doing what he needed to do for the team, but staying ready. My man stayed ready. Played 27 minutes, 6 out of 9 shooting, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 15 huge points, with most of them being in the fourth quarter. I mean, if it wasn't for Lonnie Walker, the Lakers don't win that game. So Lonnie Walker, and the crowd are the reason that the Lakers won that game. What's his name? Schroeder didn't play very good. D'Lo didn't play very good. And D'Lo played very good game 1. So shout out to D'Lo game 1, game 3. But he didn't show up game 4. Today, game 5 in Golden State, everyone's got to show up. Because you already know that the Warriors are going to come with their lose or go home mentality. That's it. Right? It's win or go home. Win or go home. And the good thing about having your back against the wall, if you're the Warriors, is you have nothing to lose. You play loose. You come in here. You do the best you can because you know what? You're down 2 games. And all you need is 1 game. Right? Draymond Green said it. We've been here before. We know what it takes. Remember, Cavs, Warriors, right? The Cavs handed the Warriors that series loss when they went 4 straight and beat them after being down 0-3. So it's happened before. It's happened before. And LeBron was on that Cavs team, so he knows what it takes. But the rest of the young Lakers don't. So it's going to be a great game today. I hope it goes back and forth. I hope there's not a blowout. I hope both clubs come into play and really show their passion and their desire to win this game. So it's going to be an all-out war, all-out battlefield. I expect the Lakers to come out. We need Anthony Davis to do what he's been doing. We need LeBron to have a strong game. But I'm going to tell you right now, and tell me if you agree in the comments, guys. But I think the X factor for today's game is going to be D'Angelo Russell, and Dennis Schroeder, right? Oh, and Austin Reeves, because AR-15 has gone silent a little bit. So if the Lakers can pull everybody to have their best game of the series, they will close out the series, and they will get, I think, one extra day of rest because the Suns and the Nuggets play tomorrow. So it's an exciting time for the NBA. It's an exciting time to be an LA Laker fan. It's the title of California is what they're playing for right now, right? Golden State versus LA. Last two teams of California left in the playoffs. So I'm excited. Thank you guys for coming back to my channel. I just wanted to have a little fun, do a little sports recap, right? Dodgers need to pick it up. Dodgers are starting the season not very good. But we'll talk about more Dodgers as we get closer to, no, I'm not going to say October because the season's long in baseball, as you guys all know. But we'll finish up these NBA playoffs, and then we'll start talking about the Dodgers a little bit. But, yeah. So before I let you guys go, first of all, thank you guys so much for coming back, for being patient with me, even though, sometimes it goes weeks from the time that I post videos. I appreciate you guys' support. I appreciate you guys coming back. Please share, like, and subscribe, not only this video, but any other video on this channel that you enjoyed. Share it. Give me your commentary. Let me know what you guys think. What topic should I do next? That's what I wanted to ask you guys. On my fellow Dabs family, what do you think? What is the next topic that I should cover? Is there somebody that I should interview? Is there somebody that I should go after? I have a couple of topics that people send me in my inbox that I'm working on. One of them is going to be pretty controversial, so I'm kind of, working that out on how I'm going to present that idea and that topic, because I think it's a great topic. But I don't want to get too controversial sometimes, because I want this to be... I don't want it to be a place where it's political protest and like arguments and stuff like that. But I do think that, number one, that somebody sent that to me, that they wanted me to talk about it. It's kind of interesting. And two, how am I going to approach that topic and do it responsibly and respectively, right? But that's what I'm working on for the next video. I'm hoping to have another guest on here next time. Somebody who's a community activist and somebody who's out there doing community outreach for our communities, and I want to give her a place to showcase the things that she does for her community, and also motivate everyone to get involved, right? In order for us as communities to be strong and for families to be strong, we need to support the cities and the communities that we live in. See where you can volunteer, see where you can give some of your time, some of your effort, some of your love, some of your used clothes, some of your used shoes. Where can you bless others in your community to make it stronger? And I think that's I hope to have her soon, because that's her vibe, that's her journey, that's her calling, that's what she's all about. I just met her 2 weeks ago, but it was when she started talking to me about what she does and what her goal is and stuff like that. It was just like, wow, that's the kind of person that I aspire to be. I want to be someone who gives more time, effort, love, energy back into the community, because I feel like that's the only way that communities get stronger, right? Cities get stronger, and we as a people create strong communities and good, upstanding citizens, right? So I'm looking forward to recording the next video. I just want to say thank you all. I appreciate the love. Let's go Lakers. Let's go out here and do the damn thing. Let's not mess around. And hopefully my next video is also about coming back to the Western Conference Finals, baby. So I got my Lakers shirt on to support. Thank you to everybody who supports me. I'm working on a logo, right? If you got any ideas, hit it on the comments, all right? But thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. Thank you guys for the love and for coming back to the channel. Please share, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Deuce. Let's go Lakers, baby.